right? There'll be one or more API calls, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. So can the order of these things be determined by the server instead of determined by the mobile app?
Okay, okay.
The
Means,
JSON response that comes back.
haha.
In that, whatever the order comes there is what gets
So you need
displayed.
an asynchronous way, like whatever loading first, it will come first, and the rest one will be the down one,
Yeah.
like that.
No, what I mean is, can the order be? You're saying the order is fixed. Is that what you're saying?
My part is it's fixed. Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I'm asking, does it have to be?
We
Can
need
it
to
not
explore
be?
it. I mean, seriously, I'm telling, like, I don't have any idea about that. I need to explore. Will it possible or not? So
Okay.
one thing we can do, like, we have a multiple of APIs for that. For example, shops, we have a different API, provider have a different API,
Uh,
activities, we have a different API, and the bytes have a different API. So
uh,
what we can do, whatever the API get called first, it will show first. That we can manage, but it will be inconsistent for the all users. And suppose I'm opening the mobile app, and someone opening a same mobile app, and I'm getting a different order, they are getting a different order. That
yeah,
will be.
that is the idea. That is the idea, and the idea also is that when you come back to this page next time,
Hmm.
there can be a different order.
Okay.
It is basically to remove the staleness of the app.
Okay.
If,
Okay.
if it appears every time you come to the app and exactly you see exactly the same things every time,
Hmm.
it's becoming stale.
Okay.
It's becoming stale. So, for example, if you go to just giving an example, if you go to Google News or any news page,
Hmm.
the order keeps changing every time you go, and what the order you get and the order I get may not be the same.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll explore it. So there is a kind of shuffle.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we need to, like, figure it out. Okay,
yeah.
we'll explore these
So
things.
first, a homepage API query,
Hmm.
a home API query,
Hmm.
which returns the order,
Hmm.
and then based on that order, you make your remaining queries. See,
Okay.
you do the activities query, you do the providers query, you do the bytes query, all those other queries. You said you have different APIs for each,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Right. But
Hmm.
on top of that, there will be one home API query.
Yes. Yes.
The home API query, the JSON response to that determines the order,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
And once it has determined the order, after that, all the remaining queries that you make
Hmm.
that get populated at the right position.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay.
That's the thought process I had, because mm, uh, that's something that I wanted in the previous one itself.
Hmm.
Because every time you get into Ankaran, the order remains the same. The look remains exactly the same.
Hmm.
So, see, for example, articles. Anka bytes are essentially articles, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Testimonials and articles, right?
Hmm.
If every time you're seeing the same, let's say you've already read the article,
Hmm.
somehow that has to get deprioritized, and the next time you make the Anka bytes query, the order has to change based on what you have already read,
Hmm.
like that.
Okay.
Right, same thing here also. For example, certain providers and providers activities, if they've already been seen, you can change the order there. If let's say they are the equal priority,
Hmm.
you can change the order between the providers also, between the activities also, like the 10K. So I'm giving this idea for I mean, for each section also, not just for the homepage, for each
Hmm.
section.
Hmm.
just display based on the order that comes from the server. You
Mm-hmm.
will have an object and you will have a way to you'll have an object. Uh, Sorry, got distracted. Yeah. So let's say an activity comes, you will have an ability to display the activity. But if I give you 5 activities and the order, then
Mm-hmm.
you display in that order. So all the intelligence about what order should we display it in, that intelligence comes from the server. You don't have to do it on the phone. That intelligence can come from the server. You can cache it
Mm-hmm.
for whatever your caching logic is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Don't have to make that query every time.
Okay, okay. Hmm. ठीक है. I will explore this one.
Yeah.
So next page, like other than that, any changes over there?
Um, Other than that, any other changes? No, not that I can think of.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean the general philosophy I'm trying to get at is the same screen seen again and again indicates staleness.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is a lot of content, um, uh,
It
just
will
by
move to the,
small
yeah.
tweaks here and there,
Hmm.
it still looks fresh, and somebody will explore something. I'll give you an example. On the Anka run, there are so many articles from the past 2.5, 3 years, which are still there in the Anka news,
Mm-hmm.
right? But nobody's gonna look at it because the older ones have gone way back, and nobody's even gonna look at it. But if you
Mm-hmm.
randomly change the order sometimes, some
Mm-hmm.
of those old articles will come up to the front, and those are important. For example, coach does a GAN session every week
Mm-hmm.
or every month,
Mm-hmm.
right? Over a year, there are 12 such sessions which will accumulate,
Mm-hmm.
right? And those 12 sessions can be done in random rotation, and for somebody who's coming up new, it is still a useful article, right? And once he
Mm-hmm.
has read that article, you can deprioritize it, do the random order of the unread ones and then random order of the read ones,
Mm-hmm.
put that in that order. This is a logic for the backend,
Mm-hmm.
and then backend sends that list over to the front end to display,
Mm. Okay.
right? So for each one of these Anchor bytes, need to track what is the has it been read or not, and if it has been read, deprioritize it. Um, I mean, show the unread ones, shuffle the unread ones, and put them out to the top. That
Mm.
way, he doesn't keep on seeing the same red article on the top.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
I
Mm.
mean, similar things with the ecom. The same idea for the ecom also,
Mm-hmm.
right? Every time I open the ecom page, the first thing is a shirt, for
Mm.
example, a T-shirt. I'm
Mm.
gonna get bored of seeing that T-shirt every time I go to the ecom page.
So my another question is, if I do shuffle, will
Hmm.
it this area will also suffer, or only we can play for the provider shops and the bytes?
No, the uh, the shuffling up and down amongst the sections is also something that I was thinking of,
Mm-hmm.
right? Uh, like I mean, in this case, for example, there is activities and the selection of the activities and the corresponding programs are you're showing.
Mm-hmm.
The next time I log into the program, maybe the promotion comes on the top.
Huh, that's maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So promotion can come on the top the next time. That's a intelligence which the server can have, and if server sends you the promotion object or a few Anka bytes object at the top, you
Mm.
show the Anka bytes objects at the top.
Okay.
So give the benefit over here is all the intelligence that you put on creating the page fresh.
Mm-hmm.
All of that intelligence is on the server, and the server logic you can churn 100 times during the week. I'm just saying, exaggerating the example,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whereas, mobile app, you can't change, every month,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I can always, tomorrow, based on analytics or some logic, I can change, I can add an algorithm on the server which has a smarter way of displaying the homepage. So
Mm-hmm.
mobile app should essentially be asking, give me an order of objects to display,
Mm-hmm.
and I will display the objects in that order, right?
Mm-hmm.
The what order the objects get needs to be displayed, that is using some smart algorithms on the backend,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
right? The moment you start putting that intelligence on the mobile app, just to change it, let's say tomorrow I have a better algorithm, just to change it, it'll take me, a mobile update, an app update.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So ideally, we would want to keep app simple. It shouldn't crash.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to keep the logic simple. The more complicated you make the mobile app, the probability of crashing increases.
Okay.
So mobile app, keep it simple. Operate on an object level basis.
Mm-hmm.
Display and all of those things on an object level basis.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah, that's the idea. And I may want to, and it helps me introduce newer objects also.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, there is a new object on the server. Let's say, on this page I add, what example can I use? Okay. um, uh, let's say I add a, a chat bar on this page.
Mm-hmm.
On the home page itself, I'm just using a random idea over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
This object was not there previously.
Mm-hmm.
Now I say, okay, there is a chat bar that needs to be added on the home page where you can chat with the Anka representative, backend representative, right?
Mm-hmm.
uh, if if somebody brings up an old version of the app and he connects to the server and he gets a JSON object that he doesn't recognize because it's a newly introduced object, just discard that object. I don't have to display something that I don't recognize. It's a new object that has been introduced. So
Mm-hmm.
your backward compatibility also works. If you
Mm-hmm.
get an object from the server which you don't recognize, discard it. Don't display it. Move on to the next object.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But a new version of the app which recognizes the chat object and knows how to display it as a text input, search bar, where you allow somebody to enter something, type something. The moment he types and doesn't enter, it takes you to a new page where it becomes a chat screen, full-fledged chat screen with the Anka support.
Mm-hmm.
I just gave an idea, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this mechanism allows me to introduce newer objects, right? What the mobile app, all it does is, for the object that has come to be displayed on this page, how should I display it? How should I display it? How should I interact with it? That is the philosophy,
Okay.
mobile app design philosophy.
So the last question is in this home page, which one I need to keep it? This one or the dark one?
So that's another another idea
Anyhow,
I
we
had.
we have two versions. One is the lighter version, another is the darker version. So darker
No, no.
version we can go with it. Like suppose if it is a this is
Mm,
the lighter version, then the
uh,
similar way of the darker version will be the color only the change.
no, no. You asked me the question, so I'm gonna make life a little bit miserable for your developers. Okay. I'm gonna log in from my mobile app.
Uh,
I want to share my screen.
okay, wait, I'm stopping. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna share screen. Start now. You can see my screen,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I'm using this app called YouTube Music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me do this. Okay, ignore the music. I want. Okay, up next. Okay, you see the color now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you see any change?
Yes, different color is coming.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you see any
Yeah,
change?
yeah, yeah. So every object, the background color will be changed, right?
It is nothing to do with the object. It's to do with transition. It's not that if I go somewhere else and I come back here, it'll have the same color. Maybe it'll have.
Okay. Hmm.
Maybe it'll have. Okay. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, you're right. Every object has a
Different color. Yeah,
color theme of its own.
yeah.
Right. The moment I select the object, the page rendering changes.
Hmm.
Okay. No, no. So this is too complicated, and this is not what
Yeah,
my
yeah,
expectation is.
yeah.
But I just wanted to show what all things are possible.
Hmm.
So let me stop the sharing. Where did the Zoom go? Okay. Well, what I was trying to get at is um, we- again introduce randomness over there, right? I mean, do a coin toss. I mean, if you have 3 or 4 such good themes,
Hmm.
right? Put a random function, and at the time of booting up, use the random function and pick a theme. Again, this goes towards the freshness of your app.
Hmm.
The freshness, it remains fresh. Like every time I log in, it has something different,
Hmm.
right? I mean, over a period of time, there will be a rotation. The same things will come up again,
Hmm.
but it'll have something different,
Okay.
right? So,
Mm.
I mean, light is also fine, dark is also fine. I mean, if you're going to support both, I mean, these days there's a lot of trend about support for dark mode,
Hmm.
because the brighter ones are, giving headache to people, and brighter on the eyes,
Hmm.
all these things. So practically every app is more and more going towards support for dark mode,
Hmm.
right? So at some point of time, we'll also have to do that support
Hmm.
for dark mode.
No, so initially we are giving a light and dark mode. First time
Huh.
only. Only the thing is the transition of the color, it may be we will give on the next time.
No, no, I don't mean to say do the transition like I showed in the app.
Yeah.
What I meant to say is two things. One is, are we going to support the user configurable light mode and a dark mode?
Yes. Yes, we are
We are
giving.
going to do that,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
user can select whether he wants a dark mode or whether he wants to
Yes.
operate in the light mode. And
Yes.
more and more I see these days the default is dark mode. For
Like you can tell me means, if you want light, then I will provide a light, otherwise dark. Anything is
no,
fine for me.
the default is dark mode these days,
Hmm.
for various reasons. One is, of course, the brightness and the impact of that on the eyes and all
Battery
that.
backup and all. Yeah.
Second is battery. Yeah,
Huh.
exactly. Right. The darker screens consume 1/10 of the power of what brighter screens consume.
Okay.
Right. So your phone battery life is longer in darker mode.
Yeah.
Your mobile app runs longer in the darker mode.
Hmm.
It consumes less power. So that's the whole reason why all the apps are supporting the dark mode. So let's
Hmm.
keep the default as dark mode.
Hmm.
And if somebody wants to change it away from that, sure. I mean, they can switch it. And you will need to have to do some integration with the Android and Apple, because they also have platform level dark mode
Hmm.
option,
Hmm.
right? If the platform in the platform, if they've selected dark mode, the app setting should automatically be dark mode.
Yes. Yes. Hmm.
So you'll have to read the, let's say Apple, you'll have to read the Apple capability that am I in dark mode? Has the user selected dark mode?
Hmm.
If the user has selected dark mode and if your app has an option of dark mode, then it should automatically switch to dark mode,
Hmm.
right? Yeah, what I was trying to get at is within dark mode, if you have multiple color combinations, you can switch between those randomly. Let's say, dark purple, dark maroon, dark this, dark that, right? If you have multiple of such background options, switch between those randomly. That keeps the freshness of the app. Right? People don't get bored of looking at the same screen over and over again. Right? I've been looking at the orange screen of the Anka run every time it comes up for the last 2.5, 3 years. 3 years now. 2017 we started. Wow, we completed 3 years. Yeah, November. This week, yeah, November was the launch of the first version. Yeah, so that's the theme. So use that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, first phase want to keep it simple. Stick to the dark one.
Okay. Okay. So today's call, Mohit is also joined. So I requested him to join this call. So last time we had a discussion about that DB part, right?
Yeah.
So I'm handing over to Mohit, and just because I want to freeze it this one from your side. So in the last moment, there is no too much changes. I want to avoid it.
Okay.
Before that, I'm asking Ajay is there. Ajay,
Bhai.
any question?
No, so far. I'm just noting down whatever has been discussed. We'll discuss.
Yeah. Okay. So Mohit, I'm handing over to you.
You also are all mobile users, app users. You would have seen hundreds of apps. You would have built hundreds of apps. So feel free to chime in with your ideas. What works, what doesn't work.
Yeah. Even I'm telling in my mobile, I downloaded like one is Fiton, another is Strava, Fraternity, Kurt, Healthcare, Healthify, and Runkeeper. These are the apps are there, and like Onka Run is also there. So these are the app. I'm just taking the help from there. What are the color combination, or what are the things they are keeping over there? Another thing is I took a one like a smartwatch. So there is a noise fit X. So noise fit watch I took. I want to see like how it is capture the data from there. So these are the things still I'm just doing R&D over there.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
अरे जी सारा बिल आपके नाम पे डालूंगा मैं
एक टेस्टिंग के लिए गार्मिन वॉच है मेरे पास, वो भी कार्ड करना है आपको.
अरे चलो ठीक है.
एक 230, 235 and 245 दोनों सीरीज में ट्राई करेंगे.
ठीक है. Okay, Mohit, you can continue here. You have access to share. Mohit, able to hear me?
It's the home page. I think the Onka home page, instead of having the pink shade, I think we should look at something on a darker shades.
Sorry?
The login page, look at some darker shades.
I provided two options. One is the darker one, another is the lighter one. So two options I already provided. Mohit, your voice is not audible. Are you talking or simply sharing? Network issue.
I think he's joined Zoom multiple times.
Mohit,
wait.
Mute your one.
No, he has too many occurrences of Zoom.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I've never seen that happen. Some kind of Zoom.
No, if you like log in with the mobile and as well as the desktop, no? And
No, but in his case, it's gone to a loop.
Yeah, that's
Login
what.
loop. Login loop. Quick thing, Deepak, what I want to is, can we close off some other things like chat and all? We can get them testing, we can get them operational. Other things can keep going. Some of the models we can finish it and get it ready for production level, right? For testing and all, we can start testing it out. Why should we wait for, see, I mean, a lot of time is getting wasted in data collection and wasted in design stage. We're already in November. So it's going to take a lot of time. But these major components like chat and all this, we can test off, we can roles assignment, all that user management and all, we can get it ready.
we can do Ajay, but only the thing is, it is all are interrelated. Chat is only the thing is which is not interrelated, but rest of
Correct.
the item
So
is
that's why I said
interrelated.
chat specifically, because it takes forever time to finish it, especially the chat component. If we to bring in efficiency in chat, data, images, and
But
since we
chat
have cross
also
chat.
have a dependency on the based on the roles and other stuff, right?
Correct. So we can create the roles and chat. That's what I'm saying. Roles and chat doesn't need any front end का कुछ thing नहीं है उसके अंदर. अब user management and chat दोनों ready कर ले तो we can start off that operations बोल के. Registration करके हम लोग registration we can do user management, we can go live. All those bits and pieces we can start off and we can get that operational app could be completely operational. So those bits and pieces we can finish off, right?
Yes, I agree. Only the thing is now, see, there is a slightly delay here because of me as well. I'm telling the reason. One is the this complete October and this November half. It's a little bit festive one. So this is the one reason. Another reason is I am too much engaged on the requirement gathering only.
No, I understand. So थोड़ा
So
इसको
हाँ अभी क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं अभी मतलब मैं इसलिए लास्ट वीक आपने जब बोला था कि यू आर नॉट अवेलेबल इवन आई थ्रो द मैसेज कि आई एम अवेलेबल एंड वी विल क्लोज इट व्हाटएवर द पेंडिंग आइटम बस नोबडीज आर इनिशिएटेड देन आई स्टॉप इट मेरा भी टारगेट यही था कि जितना जल्दी मैं फ्री होऊंगा मेरा इन्वॉल्वमेंट इन लोगों को चाहिए अदरवाइज बहुत मुश्किल हो क्योंकि यूआई कोई नहीं कर रहा है अभी यूआई सिर्फ मैं ही कर रहा हूँ और मैं अगर डिजाइन और इन सब में रह जाऊंगा तो फिर नहीं कर पाऊंगा वो एक
So let
प्रॉब्लम
us
आ रहा है
catch up at a marathon run. Let us catch up between you and me. Let us try. I'll try to freeze most of the stuff from a version 1 perspective. Then Baki, whatever they want to change, let them come in version 2.0 and let us change it. But let us get it done, get it launched and get it done with it.
वर्जन 1 वाला ही तो क्लोज नहीं हो रहा है अभी तो बहुत सारा
what I'm saying is between I try to get a PR on calls where I have some doubts. Otherwise, let us close this. This approach is not happening. It's taking too slow. So we should sit at marathon continuous hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours. बैठ के 2-3 दिन week में बैठ के we should close them.
I am okay. I don't have any issue. Only the thing is that 4 hours or 2 hours means more than 2 hours. It will be on the weekend only, not for the weekdays. And if there is a weekdays more than 2 hours, then it should be on the night, not in the daytime.
That's fine. Late night also is fine. I'm saying I'm fine by that. Let us finish it. Let us get it going to whatever extent we can get it going, whatever base document PR has provided. That should be perfectly fine. Once in a week, we'll have a review with PR if possible for a couple of hours. Get it done and dusted with. There is some data missing, some change to be done. Like we can take it in version 2.0, which we can do it faster. Maybe we can take version 2.0 at a faster pace rather than waiting. Let us get this app rolled out. Fully functional product rolled out. We know almost have all the information required. बाकी छोटा मोटा थिंग जो चाहिए बैठे खत्म करके let us go for it and finish this. ये स्पीड में कुछ नहीं होगा, ये एक साल में
ये
नहीं होगा।
वो मैं भी बोलने वाला था, लेकिन वही है कि बहुत ज्यादा बोलना फिर मेरे लिए ठीक नहीं होता है. That's why I haven't
No, let us
opened my
close this.
mouth.
Between you and me, let us close it. I don't want to keep waiting indefinitely for people to come and join. Between you and me, let us close this. I'll try to pull PR for a couple of hours in a week where we can quickly discuss with them and close this. By this time, I think we are in the skin of the game. We know what is required, what is not required. Let us get it done with it. We have the version 1.5.
And the problem from my side will happen. Na, I'm telling you, if it is gonna to be delayed, na, the people will be out of focus. I'm telling you very clearly.
Right, that's why I'm saying let us get this operation, let us get the coding done. We have the initial documentation what we need and we'll get it done. Things like we have to get the other things integrated, Java integration.
अभी मैं frankly
we
बताऊं,
can finish off.
अजय जी मैं frankly बताऊं, due to COVID and due to these things, I lost 8 people in my team. 8 people.
No, I know, I'm aware of this. So let us get this done. Let us get this into faster mode from now on. Today is 1st November. My objective by December, I want to have a UIT product up and running. So 2 महीने के अंदर मेरे को UIT चाहिए. तो उसके क्या चाहिए, कहाँ का आपको क्लोजर चाहिए बताओ, खत्म करके क्लोज करेंगे, कितना हद तक हमको जानना नॉलेज है, और जिसके हद तक हमारे एग्जिस्टिंग ऐप का चालू है, लेट अस गेट ऑपरेशनल. देन जो चेंज करना है बाद में चेंज करेंगे, वरना आई एंड अप डूइंग लॉट ऑफ वर्क ऑन द एग्जिस्टिंग ऐप व्हिच इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. अभी मेरे को इनवॉइस मॉड्यूल चलाना है. आई एम गेटिंग द इनवॉइस मॉड्यूल डन ऑन द ओल्ड वर्जन. I'm putting again time and effort doing the invoicing and export of invoice to Tally or QuickBooks or Zoho. They want export modules. I'm getting all that done, working on the APIs. It should not be the case. I'm trying to know there's a major problem in the existing chat, which is actually causing a lot of heartburn. Currently in the existing chat, if 3 people chat,
guys, can we move forward? Ajay, can we move forward?
Yeah. Fine. Is Mohit ready?
Yeah, he is ready.
I was just talking because Mohit was getting online. Mohit, you are ready? Please carry on. We were just talking in between.
Mohit, आवाज आ रही है?
So last time we are just seeing this document.
I think you need to speak up or get closer to the mic.
Yeah, now able to listen clearly?
Still it's low.
Come a little closer to the mic, Mohit bhai.
Yeah, it is closer only. Yeah. Now it is clear or still we are...
Okay,
it's
better.
audible now. You're better than.
Yeah. So last time we are discussing around the users table, okay, and its location attributes. So we discussed that the user type should be verified. Means after approval only we will the user type will be approved, will have the advantage of user type like senior citizen and that all. Okay, so for that currently we have added one flag for user type means authenticated, like so. So we have one flag that is a user type verified flag. So for this, I think either user can upload the documents like PAN card and other Aadhaar card. Then we will put this enabled as true, and then user can able to take the advantage while discount and all the things.
Okay.
But we have a doubt that how we will we will use the authenticated using, means we will upload the PAN card and all this document from UI, and we will store into our server, right?
I mean, it can be an offline method with admin. Admin can ask this through the support channel or through email, and it comes via email. It can come via email, all those things. So just give an option for the admin to mark it verified.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So beyond that, I mean, don't complicate life saying that the upload of the document has to happen through the app only.
No, so here currently we have a two option. One is through the website, if they are putting their information to completing a profile over there, there is a one option to upload the document. If they are uploading there, then it stored onto the server. If they are not able to upload in any reason for the technical or something, any reason, then admin they can directly mail or whatever the mode admin will ask, they will provide, and based on that, that verification will done.
Just put a note over there saying that send a copy of your document by email to this email ID. That's all.
Huh.
So I mean, it's a rarely used capability. Why do you want to spend app development cycles for it?
Okay.
So just ask them. So admin will do manual, because see, these things will change also, right? Once like a student is not going to remain student forever,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So admin needs the ability to toggle it, to enable it and disable it both. Change the user type and all those things. So yeah, so whether he is verified or not, let it be a manual step done by the admin. And uploading can be, just put a note over there saying send email to blah blah blah, some email ID.
Okay, so you want to that document should be sent by the through the email, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, what I'm trying to get at is don't spend app development cycles on these things.
Okay. Okay. ठीक है, Mohit.
Yeah.
That is a manual way, means admin can decide like verified or not verified. Okay.
Yeah. And next we have some discussion to move the field like location attributes, country attributes, and city attributes to the service provider user table, right? So we have to move it because we have a user profile page there. So it is based on users. So if we keep it here, so it will create any problem for that in the user domain only.
I remember we discussed this last time.
Yes, yes. So
So the reason, okay, I forgot what was the discussion last time. Was it here or was it in the service provider user table last time?
last time it is here only in the user location,
It
but
was here.
so
And I was saying it should be in the service provider user
yeah,
table.
yeah. So I think it should be here because if we put it here, then it will be perspective to service provider. For example, if user is registering something and
So
he
what is your location ID? What is location ID there?
location ID can be this combination of city, country, and state. You can say.
Okay, where does Shalini Grounds come into the picture? I joined the Jayanagar Jaguars Jayanagar location. Where will that be indicated in this database?
So. um, So in service provider table, we have for every provider, we have the location ID, but it is not perspective to users. Okay, for example, if any user join the provider perspective some location, so that tracing is not here. Okay, but then we have two location. For example, user is registering here, and he have one location ID, and the same user is join one provider, then that is from different location. So then we have a two location. One is provider wise and one is the users that its own while registering.
Yes.
So that is fine for us.
That is what I was trying to get at with the
Okay.
example.
Okay.
So I still haven't got the answer to what I asked. So if I say Jayanagar Jaguar is my location, Jayanagar is my, or forget, it's getting confusing. Let's say Kanakpura Road. I run from Kanakpura Road location of JJ's.
Okay.
That Kanakpura Road, where is it saved?
Yeah. So that is, I want to say, we have to uh, replicate these attributes in this provider table also. So at that time, I was not getting that why means mandatory to move here. I think it should be both. The location attribute should be here also and here also, right?
Okay, I mean, it should be under the service provider user context.
Mhm.
Why is it, what is the use of keeping it in users table?
Uh,
Where will it be used? When will it be used?
so we have user profile page there, right? It is independent, I think, provider.
Huh.
User can register all this information, and he just not join the provider. He just want to have the info details.
So location is irrelevant there, right?
It's a user info, means user info
Huh.
means it's only
Yeah.
perspective user. It's not perspective to that whether it is to join the provider, then where he runs. So that is
Huh. So why do you need Kanakpura Road location written in the users table? Or let me give you another example. Okay, I go for trekking, and I do cycling and I do running. Okay, I'll give you another example. Okay, in cycling I do cycling with the Koramangala group. In running I do with Kanakpura Road group.
okay.
Okay, two different providers, and I'm signed up for both the providers, and
Mhm.
I do an activity for both of these.
Okay.
Which one will you keep in the users table?
Yeah. So both
Will you
location.
keep Koramangala or will you keep uh, Kanakpura Road?
So both is he is taking to run means from both location. Different.
For according to me, both location will be captured,
Yes.
Prasad.
Which table? Where?
So
So that should be on the provider table only.
provider user table. So for
On the
example, user is residing means he is living some particular location and he want to run to a different location. Then we can trace it here, the location ID and the provider name and where he runs, location ID. So
huh,
that entry can be captured here.
So coming back to my question, what is there in what when you say location ID in the users table in the blue color? What is there? What is stored over there for me?
It is your location actually. What is your home location? What you live? That I
Address.
yeah address you can say yeah
So that is not location ID then. It's
yeah
my address.
yeah
My
yeah
address can be JP Nagar, which is neither Kanakpura Road nor Koramangala. My
yeah
address is JP Nagar.
yeah
Is
that's
that what it is?
yeah it's a only user wise. It is not a provider wise. It's a means it is your address you can say.
You already
So
have an address 2 lines above there.
A full address.
address, yeah. Hmm.
It is a full.
You already have an address. So what is location ID in the users table?
Yeah, let me give you the example what the location data contains. Okay, so this is a location ID.
Hmm.
So it is mapped to city ID, and the city ID will corresponding state ID, and state ID corresponding country ID.
So basically, yeah, sir, it's your address location, nothing other than that.
Uh,
Address, you have a complete address, like flat
okay.
number, everything
Um,
is there, no?
where is JP Nagar in this? I live in JP Nagar.
So that it is not registered here. It means that is once the user got from the IP address or he fill on that basis, it will be coming here.
So closest one. So you're gonna pick Bannerghatta Road or Jayanagar, something like that.
No, not closest one. It's not a fixed location. It will take. Suppose I am in a Kanakpura road, okay, but
Hmm.
here Kanakpura road, I think you will not able to see.
It's
So
there.
no,
JP
it's there.
Nagar is
Okay,
there.
okay.
Huh.
So
That is why I picked an example which is not there, JP Nagar.
JP Nagar. So on that case, if somebody is in a JP Nagar, that the location ID will be 16 and the JP Nagar will be entered.
But
Correct, Mohit?
Yeah, yeah,
is
correct.
Ajay, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, are you following this?
Yeah, I'm trying to get, or I'm making some notes.
Okay, no. So Deepak, are these the training locations? Where? Okay, can you show me where are the training locations of JJs? Training locations of JJs are not based on your address. There are fixed. These days, I think we are at 22 or 23. When you took the database, you had 15 training locations. My understanding is these what you showed on the location ID is training locations. These are training locations. These are not based on my address.
Okay, that is basically based on the group, right?
What group?
That we
No,
have
What group?
Old
for
data.
for the activity, we have a different group, and that group will be based on the location wise, right?
no, no. Groups, the group is nothing to do with the location at all.
These are the training locations.
The location table that I fetch it. I just take the top 16.
So what is this and what is that? You showed me a different table of 15 from a different, you showed me another table of 15. What is that table and what is this table? This table I understand, this I recognize. These are JJ's training locations, right? And this will not have JP Nagar unless JJ's decides to open a location in JP Nagar. So you will not automatically add a row number 16 just because my address happens to be JP Nagar here. Okay. So what was that table then?
That is a location table. You can say just a generic location table, and this is our old table data of JJS to GB that I fetch it. So
Okay.
in the table, there is no mention that is a training location or other thing. So we just get the master data and insert in our generic table.
Location by definition is training location.
Okay, I think Mohit, we need to create a one table for the training location as well.
No, location by definition is training location. For my
Okay.
address, we don't refer to location. Address is address, period.
Okay, so you want to club that
Don't
location?
confuse my address with the training location. I may be my address may be JP Nagar. My training location may be Hebbal because my office is in Hebbal. So I 6 o'clock in the morning, I go to Hebbal, I do my training there, and then I go to office. I mean, some people do that. I know a guy whose office was in Whitefield. So he would go to Whitefield in the morning, do his workout there, and then go to office from there. But he was living in Electronic City. Right? So don't confuse between address and location.
Okay, so no, so on that case, for our better understanding, I'm just suggesting. So instead of putting a location, can we put over there a training location?
You can rename it, but location by definition is training location. So if you don't confuse location with anything else, just think that location is a training location.
Okay, Mohit, noted
To be
down.
more mundane people, from a mundane perspective, it can be like training branch, right? I might have different addresses, but today I might be joining one branch for one activity. Tomorrow JJ has one more activity. For that activity, I'll go to some other branch. I can have multiple branches also.
Yes, yes, yes. I got it. Mohit,
Yeah.
make
So
it note that location should be at the training location.
now we have one more doubt. We have three tables of location. One is a location, one is a location head, one is a location SPOC. So what is the difference?
Location spoke is nothing. It's I think coach one, right?
No, it's a retail.
Okay, it's a retail.
Spark is a retail Spark.
Location head,
Location head is the LL
Any
location.
location leads.
location leads. Okay.
There can be one or more.
So I think location is independent of address, I think, right? I mean,
Location is independent of address, and now we are even thinking of virtual locations. So we have remote as one of the locations. I don't know if it shows up in your latest database or not. Ajay knows this.
Remote was there from earlier also. Remote locations are there. People
Can you
time.
go to the location? Yeah, you should have remote as one of the locations. You look at the bottom, it should be one of the online.
Remote is
Online.
37.
You
37.
have online, you have remote.
37, 44. Yeah. So these
Yeah.
are independent of physical locations.
but country ID, city ID is different. It means because in this we have the country ID also and city ID also. Because when user registers, so we capture city ID, country ID, and all these aspects. So it relation is here also in the location with the training location, right? This
Yeah.
three attributes.
Yes, I mean, these are real places in those cities, in those respective cities. These are real places. And they will have a zip code also. Are those zip codes the table name? Or what is this? The column, table name column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth column.
Yes.
Now, anyway, so yeah, well, what is the question? City ID, state ID, country ID. What is the question with that?
Yeah. So I'm saying that when user register, so he has city ID, country ID, and this state ID. Okay. So this is dependent on the location. Okay, the physical.
No, not really. I'm registering from when I get into the app from the IP address, it tells you my address is JP Nagar. Okay. It tells you my address is JP Nagar. I haven't specified my location yet until I go and register for a program, and in that program, for that provider, I select the provider's location.
Okay.
Okay. Until then, you don't know what my city ID, state ID, country ID is. You can guess based on my IP address. You can guess based on my GPS location if you ask my permission and take that.
Okay.
Most of the apps are asking for GPS permission now. But from the IP address, you can get, but until, so before I sign up for any program with a particular provider, and these days people may sign up for for example, there was a remote, right? The row 37. They are all over the world.
Okay.
The people who are in the so-called remote location, they are all over the world. Texas, Philadelphia, Tokyo, Canada. I have people from all over those places.
So in that case, the state ID will be different, right? Because we have an actual relation right now. We have a relational DB. So like that, we have configure. So if you are remote location, that is a virtual one. So that cannot be related or can be configured related with the state, city, and country ID, I think.
Yeah, you can leave it blank or unknown. You can have a field called unknown, and for remote, there is no such thing as city ID, state ID, country ID.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Understand.
They can still enter their addresses, everything. They can still enter their addresses, but they should not have a bearing on their training location. There can always be a case like somebody who is, even though they stay in Bangalore, might not want to come to a television. They want to run on their own. They want to run remotely or train remotely. So they can still choose as a remote runner and continue to be a remote runner. Address they can put the current address.
So it can be both, like means it can be real address also and can be virtual also. Virtual, we will put some unknown field or some default value of the city, country, and state ID, and then we can take it.
Okay, next.
Yeah. So let me close it. Okay, so then I will move this fields, this location ID to here.
Mohit, 1 second. I had you noted down which we discussed till now.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, done. Okay, continue.
Then, yeah, any more thing you all want to discuss here apart from this location and user verified flag?
So, I mean, I'm coming back to the same question. So I want to know what is understood. So will there be a location ID in the blue color users table?
No, it's removed to here only, user, self provider user only.
Okay. And in addition to location ID, will there be a, okay, you've moved the location ID over there. And in addition to location ID, will there also be a country ID, state ID, city ID there?
Yeah, we can also configure it because it can be virtual and physical also. So we will have these all fields also. Yeah.
Okay. So in the through the location ID, you can anyway refer to these three values, right?
Yeah.
So why do you need to take a copy of it here?
Because if any user do not want to part of this that provider user table, he just want to register it. So he can have this attribute also, and when he register it, so as per the this provider user attributes, we
No,
can.
I think my question didn't get understood. So in the service provider user table, you will have a location ID, right? You will add a location ID to the service provider user table, right?
Yeah, correct.
In addition to that, will you also add the other three fields?
I think it is not required.
Not required. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to get at. That it's not required because that information is there in the location table.
yeah, we can think about it. I not finalized it one, right one.
Hmm.
I think that whether there's any impact on this data processing for it. Okay.
Hmm. Okay, but you're saying it is still useful to keep it in the users table?
No, location will be, I will move to here only. Okay.
No, the remaining three fields of the user.
Remaining field, I want to capture it, country, state, and city.
Okay. Okay, we may not have an ID for each one of these. Somebody joins from some village in Uttarakhand, for example. Will you have a state ID for Uttarakhand if nobody has a training location there?
In this user table?
Hmm.
No, here one thing I want to tell. This you're able to see country ID, state ID, and the city ID. This is only for the users, not for the location. Location ID, you can get the whatever the training location, city ID, and country ID different. This one not related to the training related.
So what my thing is like that I want to use the city, state, and country ID both
Uh,
for user also and for provider running aspects also.
no. That will be creating a confusion over there. Suppose,
It's getting confusing. It's
yeah,
using the same ID for both. It's getting confusing unless you start using it for finding the closest location for somebody. If you want to help somebody find the closest location based on your city, state, and country, this is the closest location. But if it doesn't exist, I mean, you'll have to use some other zip code or some other GPS location based Where is the last IP address of the user saved?
That we created, I think, that field. Okay.
And based on the IP address, you can fetch his current location. Where is that saved?
So Deepak, we are sending this data from UI.
Deepak may not be on the call. He lost his internet connection.
No, I'm there now. I'm back.
Okay, Deepak is back. Okay.
Yeah, tell me. Mohit, what you are asking?
No, I was asking.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Okay, right. Mohit can answer.
any GPS-based location to be saved into database? We have any UI field
GPS
that will
IP
send this
address.
data
No,
and we have
IP
to save
address
it?
we are saving. IP address we are saving.
Where? Deepak,
That
where is
user
it?
profile. User profile. IP address, city, country, all those stuff we are saving over there.
Where is user profile?
I'm not able to see that.
It's
No,
not on the
I'm talking about once if he is asking related to the where we can send that data na, on that basis I'm telling we have a default IP address. IP address we can take a city, country, zip code, all those stuff, and it will be once he will complete the profile, it will goes to on that table. So that user table, I think you are using that one, right? This is the question.
So yeah, so Deepak want to say that they get the IP address, then they split it as per country, state, and city ID, and they will send this data to database, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that clear the question, right?
Where
No,
is it saved? Where is the last IP address of the user? I want to know which was the last IP address the user logged in from.
It's a logging part actually. We should not save it here. The last login IP address, right? We can maintain that table, that data separate into one log table. We'll have the user ID and the last location accessed, the details. That we can create it separately.
Okay, fine. Where will this, okay, so let me ask a question in a different way. This country ID, state ID, city ID that is present in the users table, okay, this is fetched from the IP address, using the IP address. How and when will it be used? You have explained me when it will get populated. Can you tell me when will it be used?
So I think it can be used when he want to update something. He want to update some location, some country and state and city. Okay. For example, when we register the user profile for Gmail or any account, so we can update our address also, right?
Address is a separate field above, right?
The address is a full address, you can say. It will not contain the everything. Means if I want to fetch, why we make separate field here? If I just want to fetch the user that is living in a particular city, okay, then we can fetch it. That's why we separate out also. We have full address here, but even we want to filter as a location, country, and state. So then we have to
Then
maintain.
you will use it. Okay. Yeah, so it's used for filtering purposes. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's used for filtering what you show on the UI, all those things. It's used for that.
Yes.
Okay. If somebody logs in from Mumbai, it shows the Mumbai things. If somebody logs in from Kolkata, it shows the Kolkata things. But if I'm already signed up with a provider, let's say JJ's, if a Kolkata JJ's runner logs in from Mumbai,
Okay.
what will you show?
Hmm,
Will you show Mumbai programs or will you show Kolkata programs?
I think as the provider, we have to show the data, right? What is the provider he has login?
Hmm.
But it is not dependent that we have to show the user related, because when he's login with that provider, so that attribute should be displayed.
Hmm.
No, so the correct answer of this one, if they are logged in with the Kolkata provider, then like activities will be the based on the Kolkata location. Either they are logging in Mumbai or Bangalore, anywhere.
Hmm.
And for example, if he do not log in with the provider, he just do not want to register anything with the provider, then I think we have to show all the information of the provider in that case, right?
No, if they are
Or we
not logged
can,
in on based on the whatever the current location, based on that the activity will be shown.
or I think we can also use that location, means the city, country, and state as a preference. Means what is the closest location? So the closest location provider will be uh, come first in his list when he wants to join any provider. So at that time also we can utilize these fields.
Okay.
Yeah. And next, what we can discuss right now? Activity, can we discuss? How the relation between the activity, or we want any change right now?
Is everything sorted out? I think last time it was not.
Regarding service provider and users. So we have any question around that? Location, what we can store, what is the use of that?
No, no, I don't. I don't.
So PR sir, what is my planning is now? Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
What my planning is, we'll take almost 4-5 calls every weekends for this database. Okay, I want to close it. If it is missing from our side, or you want to add it some field over there, so you just take a look and get it finalized so that there is no other confusion over there. So one by one we can take it. Like first we will take what is called service provider is there. Another is not able to see.
Activity we can take.
Activity service provider. These are the things are there. We can take one by one and we can close it.
Hmm. Okay, fine.
So one day I don't think so it will be possible for the database
It's not
closer.
possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So 4-5 calls we can take and we can close it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So any confusion, Mohit, related to any place? Like users, just mark it down. User, all input you get from PR sir, or anything you have a like confusion over there, or anything missing. Mohit.
You're asking Mohit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I noted down what are
Hmm.
the changing we have to do.
Okay. So there's no further question.
Current provider. Where is the when? See, when I log in,
Mm.
which is my I may log in with a specific provider, right? So where is my current provider?
Current provider, I think, means if the same user register with a different provider, so that info is here. But for the current provider, so how we can switch the provider? Can the user register to two provider, right?
All of that is in Deepak. All of that is in clearly we have already discussed it.
Yes, yes. So the same email ID, we can register with the two different provider as well.
Yeah, yeah. So it's documented. It's written down in the documents also.
Yeah.
So go through those.
Okay.
But at a time on the app, I will have one provider. I would have selected one provider,
Mm.
right? The logged in user, when I go and select a particular, initially when I mean, rarely when somebody comes directly onto the Anka platform, he is not with any provider. But once he has selected an activity, selected a program, he's part of that provider from then on.
Yes, correct.
Right, next time when he comes and logs in, directly jump to the current provider. Don't go back to the all providers page. Directly jump to the last provider that he logged in with.
Okay.
So that last provider, who was the last provider, that needs to be known somewhere, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we can maintain it separately. What is the last provider? Okay. But not into this transactional table.
But PR sir, I have a confusion here. In admin, we discuss like we have a multiple email ID along with the multiple provider, along with the multiple roles. Okay. In a website, if I logged in with the like I have a registration with the same mobile number with the Jayanagar Jaguar and the Mumbai Runners. Switching option, is it there? I'm little bit
Should be
confused.
there, right? It should be there, right? We have discussed it, we have documented it.
Yeah, yeah. For admin, I remember. For website, I'm little confused. Okay, then I need to show
There
it
is a
the
user
profile.
registration section in the document.
Uh-huh.
There is a user registration section in the document.
Hmm.
That
Okay.
I wrote.
Hmm. Okay. So Mohit, just add a provider ID as well. Means provider name, provider ID as well. So
The
here,
last access provider, right? He what?
no, no. One is the registered provider. So a registered provider, it may be two. Last access provider is a different.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, these are the table user field, right? And I kept it a mobile number. I have a two mobile number. One is the 96 wala and another is the 831 wala. So for the Jayanagar Jaguar, rest the information are same. Only the mobile number are changed. So how I will get the data? Both are will be on the same table or it should be on a different table?
Mobile number. What are the unique attributes we are taking? Email ID and mobile number, right?
Hmm.
Where is it? Yeah. So
Or you can think like
will be
I
in the
have a
same table.
two different mobile ID and five different email ID, but the different provider I'm using different email ID and the mobile number.
Yo. So what is there? So I think telephone number and this email ID should be unique as per one provider. He cannot able to join the same email ID and mobile number to the other provider also, right? Means
No,
other
so
provider.
so every provider have a same information, right? What are the information I registered over there?
Yeah.
Correct now. So the same one single provider can't see my all email ID, all mobile number. Correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, correct. So what happened? For example, there is a same user,
Hmm.
and same user have same name, everything is same. Only the email ID and this email ID and telephone number is different. So
Hmm.
we have a two entry here. Okay,
Hmm.
and the corresponding provider he want to register to the same provider, he can register two times. Okay, because different mobile number and email ID. So yeah, that is possible. We have two entry here and two entry here also.
Huh? Same. Can you repeat that? Same provider, two users.
Two different users are going to say.
What he
No,
meant to
no.
say,
Why? We are not talking about that. We are talking about single user with two providers. We are not talking about single provider, two users being the same person.
That is already we have storing here, right? Single user can register two provider and he can register two provider. We can store the information here.
Yeah.
No, my question was different
Yes.
here, sir. My question was different.
Hmm.
My question was, I have a 5
Go ahead.
different email ID.
Hmm.
I have a 2 different mobile number. Okay. And total 5 provider or more than 2 providers is there. So different provider, I used a different email ID. So my question is, all those information, it should stored in a different rows or different table, or it is a clubbed in a one. So he's telling it's a different. That is the question.
Your voice is breaking. I can't hear you.
1 second.
Okay, can you open that document, please? I think that was clearly spelled out.
Yes, it's very clear.
Deepak, can you open the document?
1 second. Mohit, stop the sharing. I'm just. Oh yeah. 1 second.
Nothing. I'm just telling. Yeah, I need to go. Left side, there'll be a table of contents.
It's loading.
Check the other document.
User
That
registration.
one. That has a switch provider.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like, I mean, you guys need to read through it. So it's not worth doing that right now. Read through it, understand it. We have discussed it also over the calls. I don't think, I mean, at least Mohit hasn't seen this section at all.
So what functionality you want to discuss? The switch provider means he can switch it. So we are able to store it, right? We have already read this document.
Okay. Then, okay. So then it should be clear, right? Is there a, then what's the confusion then?
So already it is designed to many relation in the DB.
Okay. Okay, then we'll go
Yeah.
with that. Fine.
Okay. Anything else, Mohit?
No, that is so much it.
Okay. So PR sir, next when we will connect?
Yeah, let's keep Saturday.
Coming Saturday. There's no
Saturday.
Diwali, no? Definitely.
No, it's the weekend after that, and the weekend after that I'm out of town.
Okay, so 8th you, sorry, 7th you available,
Let's do 7th.
and then 14th you are not available, right?
14th I'm not there.
Then 21.
21st we can do.
But 21st, I think there is a Chhath Puja at my home. So I am not sure about that. Is it a same date? If it is there, then I will be not available on this weekend, maybe.
Okay.
Okay. So only I have a confusion on this date. Definitely after Diwali, it is after 2-3 days. It will be started, and it will be at least 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
So I will get back to you. Means if there is a in between. Otherwise, I am available. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a quick question, if I can give you 2 moments, Pierre. Regarding invoicing, currently the way they're accounting in the operations, irrespective of the person's location where they paid from, everything is being accounted as local GST. So is it, if we start making invoices, if the person has paid from Calcutta, it will be IGS invoice from Bangalore operations.
Check with AK. I'm not authority on that.
Okay, I'll take care of that. Okay. I thought if you have any idea on that, okay, fine.
No,
So
yeah.
I'm getting the invoicing done in this existing version itself. So invoices reach out to the runners on both retail and program rather than program and users coming to us. There are cases of users asking in the company's name, the invoices. So currently they are making this available manually as a physical invoice. So do we allow that in the app itself where they want to say generate invoice, where they can generate invoice and another in as a buyer and consignee kind of scenario?
I don't think anybody will do an invoice in company's name, right?
I myself have asked.
If you go to an app, if you go to Cult and say, can you give me a in the name of VMware? Will Cult give you in the name of VMware?
If VMware is sponsoring it, probably yes.
How will ever Cult get to know? Unless there is a VMware and Cult partnership, and Cult creates a special app for VMware or some portal for VMware to log in and things like that. Unless that is done, right? For a normal user who has come and signed up for a normal program, there is no way for a company to know who has paid for it. The user who has come is the user, right? So do we want to go down that path?
Okay, what if the user has a B2B requirement on the retail component? Say we bought a watch and the watch bill I need in the company's name. What then? I have a firm. I have my own personal firm where I can take a GST input. I've taken an expensive watch. I'd like to take the 18% GST input from a perspective. So is there something we are accommodating this kind of request?
When you go and buy from Amazon, will Amazon give you in the name of Secure Expert, or will it give you in your name?
They'll give option to give in both. I can have a billing name separate.
In Amazon?
Yes.
Right now, as a regular consumer?
Yeah, it shows me no billing address. Shipping
Okay.
address.
Then you know how to do it then.
No.
Then do it that way.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know there was such a thing.
When you buy in Amazon, you can have multiple addresses. That address will come in the invoice. The user login ID is same. That the different addresses are, I can register multiple address of delivery addresses. It will give me the billing in the delivery address.
So ask people to put their business address in the address space. There's nothing you have to do then, right? After that, there's nothing you'll have to do. When you're generating the invoice, you're going to put the name and the full address. The full address, if it includes the business address, it's automatically taken care of, right? That's how Amazon is also doing, right?
Correct. Okay, I'll revisit that and I'll come back to you because I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Done. Thanks.
Okay. So Mohit, be there.
I'll drop off.
Yeah. Aziz, if you want, you can also.
Okay.
So उसका अभी कुछ कंफर्म नहीं हुआ ना? हेलो
नया वाले का?
हाँ
नया वाला मीटिंग चल रहा है, 2-3 मीटिंग चल रहा है अभी और एक मीटिंग है shortly.
अच्छा.
So we are still fighting on the price front. He's trying to squeeze down. We are trying to not to. Yeah. So that amount of.
ठीक है.
There is a price war going on right now.
तो मतलब ये
existing provider, right? He also doesn't want to give up the order. So हम दोनों थोड़ा fight चल रहा है अभी. Features के ऊपर, reason why he says okay, I have done it in this way to keep the cost low. And अभी तो requirement नहीं है वो फीचर का क्यों चाहिए तुरंत फर्स्ट फीचर में हम लोग बोल रहे हैं जो फीचर हम लोग डाल रहे हैं इज एक्चुअल रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर यूजर व्हाई विल दे कम टू यू अदरवाइज फर्स्ट आवर से निकल के आपके पास क्यों आएगा आने की जरूरत ही नहीं है उसको यू कांट फोर्स ए जस्ट बिकॉज़ ए पर्सन रनिंग इवेंट यू कांट फोर्स हिम टू यूज योर ऐप unless they see value add. So all that small bits and pieces are going on. So let's see.
Chances क्या है? 50-50.
See, we have all it's 50-50. Only thing is, both of are in similar price points now.
Oh, okay. So who will go down?
Both are same. So it's like who is like fighting over text space. हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? वो लोग क्या feature दे? वो he's giving some design. He's giving some app references. He's saying, I'll do like this, I'll do this. I'm showing existing different running apps and showing this how they're doing it. So no, I don't want to sit and do wireframes and colorful frames to you. No, I'll show you different apps to you. You tell me what you want. Rather than me developing 100 wireframes to you, I'll give you different app versions, which is currently in the market. Tell me what you want to do USP. How does you tell me as a user, as a customer, what is your site USP should be, rather than me giving 10 different wireframes.
ठीक है.
So I'm putting them up. So चल रहा है, calls are, meetings are going on right now.
ठीक है.
I'll revert to you on that.
Yeah, no
Okay.
issue. I need to discuss with Mohit.
So I bought of the existing equipment. I've got a couple of versions of हमने समझ 4 वॉच खरीदा हमने 1 लाख तक इसके लिए नया प्रोजेक्ट के लिए.
मैंने भी यहाँ
To see
पे
how
watch
that
खरीदा है
works.
वो सब. अब भैया मैं इतना पैसा तो नहीं है मेरे पास कि मैंने सस्ता वाला
Because
खरीदा
all
है.
the buckets are very expensive. Yeah. See, 235 I bought the older version. People are 440 works it differently. TomTom works a little differently. I've bought a Apple Watch Series 5, Series 3 and Series 6 मेरे पास अभी आने वाला है. All this to check the interface, how it works, what are the feature it gives. Correct. So we need to at least know what that part can do to show this guy, look, this is what the Audi just is having currently with it. Why will they reinvent? Why are you trying to reinvent heavy? correct?
Hmm.
And they're all talking about 5 million users, 6 million users, those other computations.
Hmm.
इसका तो 1.5 लाख यूजर, 3 लाख यूजर, 4 लाख यूजर, उसमें कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ने वाला. So unless I said, if you don't look at this kind of numbers, then how will a user come to you?
Hmm.
I go on a paid version on Strava now. The amount of features I get on paid version of Strava is like humongous.
Hmm.
Okay, I said, look, I myself registered as Strava's paid user while I come to you.
ठीक है अजय जी.
And that is how the things are going on.
I will take a
वो
small.
क्या कर रही है? She is actually whatever new line Strava put, she comes and say, I want this as a requirement. That you're just trying to ape Strava. Will that give you users of Strava to come and talk to you? Because Bengaluru runners, everybody is there on Strava. Every other group is on Strava.
Hmm.
If you look at Strava's casting, you just register yourself, and I'm right now in Kanakpura. I want to run tomorrow morning. There were 8 people will ping you and say, I want to run with you.
Hmm.
Yesterday, I had 6 runners running with me just because I pinged them in Strava. Unknown people who came and joined me in Lalbagh, we ran in Lalbagh. I said, boss, people, and that route was also mapped by me. Earlier only, it allowed me route mapping, it gave me segment mapping, everything I did, and these guys just joined me in different segments. Very effective. Live tracking, everything was done. So basically, I bought a new watch for that too, so that watch is related, reporting my live location and stuff like that. I'm working on that. I'm experimenting all the tracking features. So then if that order comes, it'll be easier for us to figure out how the tracking feature works.
Yes. ठीक है अजय जी. We'll talk later.
Done,
I will
done.
connect with Mohit.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
भाई इसको थोड़ा डेवलपमेंट शुरू कर लेंगे भाई. Let us start doing testing because existing वर्ष में बहुत इशू है मेरे को. वो बग फिक्स करते करते हालत खराब हो जाएगा मेरे को.
मेरे साइड से नहीं है. मेरा साइड आप जितना मैं आपको क्या बोल रहा हूँ.
Let us start using the document. See, जो डूंगो document दिया उसको document मध्य रखते वक्त let us start off with the design. Whatever is think we think is feasible, go ahead, publish it, finish it. Let the version 1 come out. Then quickly we can make changes in the version 2. ये नहीं हो रहा रिलीज करे खत्म करो.
अरे
हम लोग नहीं चेंज कर पाएंगे.
मैंने आपको फाइनल एक चीज बताया ना कि मैं अगर रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग में इन्वॉल्व रहूंगा तो स्लो जाएगा ही जाएगा. जितना जल्दी क्लोज करवाओगे. आप कह दो कल से कोई रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग नहीं है, मैं फुल फोकस कर देता हूँ डेवलपमेंट में. लेकिन अपना चीज ही क्लियर नहीं हो पा रहा है. सब एक दूसरे अभी मैं क्या देख रहा हूँ ना, सब एक दूसरे से इंटर रिलेटेड है. आप मोहित से पूछे एक ही डेटा उसको 4 जगह भेजना पड़ रहा है. यूजर प्रोफाइल का डेटा उसको एक्टिविटी में भी चाहिए, उसको ग्रुप में भी चाहिए, उसको आपको जो रेस है, जो रेस बना रहे हैं उसमें भी चाहिए, फाइनेंस सेक्शन में भी चाहिए, ट्रांजैक्शन में भी चाहिए. सब कुछ सारा डेटा एक दूसरे से इंटरकनेक्टेड है. तो जब तक फ्रीज नहीं होगा ना, हम लोग कुछ सोच भी नहीं सकते कि
So let us sit down with each other and try to see what is not to be frozen. I'll freeze it and give to you. खत्म करो जो है डॉक्यूमेंट, खत्म करो जो existing ऐप में, खत्म करो ऐप करो, चालू करो. Then we'll say okay. Now you tell us what you want us to change. We'll change and give it to you.
लास्ट वीक में कोई कॉल पे आया ही नहीं.
मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ भाई, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ. Let us close the way we can close. एग्जिस्टिंग ऐप को मैं ऐप कर दूंगा, जो दे दूंगा एग्जिस्टिंग ऐप ये है, ये चालू करो बोल के दे दूंगा, आप खत्म कर दो. बाद में let us do the active component part of it.
ठीक है. मैं कल
वरना ये नहीं हो पाएगा.
कल के मीटिंग में मैं डाल देता हूँ. ऑलरेडी मैं स्टक हो गया. मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ 8 लोग छोड़ के जा चुके हैं, पता है. 8 लोग छोड़ के जा चुके हैं.
So let us start this off यार. वरना it doesn't make sense. इसीलिए बहुत मजा आ रहा है मेरे ऊपर इसलिए.
ठीक है.
ओके,
ठीक है.
थैंक्स.
ओके बाय. हाँ मोहित.
हाँ जी बाबू.
अब वो नहीं था क्या उसमें? तेरे वाले डॉक्यूमेंट पे था यार, मैंने भेजा था. सेम डॉक्यूमेंट है. इन लोगों ने कोई अपडेट नहीं किया. आज वही तो मैं सुनाया था. तो मीटिंग में नहीं आया था ना उस स्टार्टिंग में. मैंने पीआर को वही तो सुना रहा था कि जो आपने दिया सो दिया है, उसके बाद कोई डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं दे रहा. अभी देख रहा है कैसे फाइट हो रहा है. जल्दी करो जल्दी करो.
वो तो है. नहीं वही बोला इनको ना, मतलब पूरा अपन डेवलपमेंट रोक के रिलीज करना चालू कर देते हैं. तो अभी क्या है, कुछ यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं ऐप में लोग.
हाँ
जितना भी है ना वो मतलब बैकएंड से कुछ एंट्री नहीं जाएगी, वो ट्रांजैक्शन करना चालू कर दो. तो ट्रांजैक्शन हो ही नहीं रहा है अभी.
कहाँ से होगा? मतलब तू देख ना, मैं तुझे सिंपल सा बता रहा हूँ. यूजर प्रोफाइल का डेटा कितने जगह पे तू भेज रहा है? मेरे ख्याल से ऑल पेजेस में जा रहा है वो.
हाँ मतलब वो तो एनहांसमेंट है कि वो वही डेटा अपन को हर जगह सेंड करना है तो अपन सेंड कर सकते हैं. राइट।
तो अब इससे ज्यादा खड़ा खड़ा कैसे सुना सकता हूँ यार मोहित? ये चीज अपनी टीम को मैं समझा समझा के थक चुका हूँ। तो देखता है ना, हर कॉल में तुझे लगता होगा कि मतलब दीपक इस तरह से बात करता है, इसका बिहेवियर बहुत खराब है, हम लोग जब मिले थे तो उस समय अलग था, अभी अलग है। तो मतलब तू सोच ले कि मेरे ऊपर फ्रस्ट्रेशन कितना हो रहा है।
क्लाइंट बोल रहे हैं रिलीज कर दो तो रिलीज कर देते हैं, मतलब ठीक है, हाफ ही डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, उतना नहीं हुआ है।
अरे हाफ भी कहाँ हुआ है यार,
मतलब
एडमिन वाला कहाँ कोई कोई सही से कर रहा है, कोई नहीं कर रहा है। ध्रुव को देख, कल आया बीच में इमरजेंसी करके निकल लिया। यार 1 महीने से ज्यादा तुम काम नहीं किए हो, मैंने कुछ बोला नहीं, लेकिन मैं अगर कमिटमेंट है तो करके दो ना फिर। मुझे पता है तेरे घर में बहुत इमरजेंसी है, दादी हॉस्पिटल में, मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रहा। मैं भी ह्यूमन हूँ, कल को मेरे घर में भी हो सकता है, मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रहा, लेकिन यार क्लाइंट नहीं सुनेगा ना। यहाँ सुन, यहाँ तेरे मुंह पे तो जो है सब कुछ है तेरे मुंह पे, राइट?
हाँ, वो चाह रहा है कि उसको एक्चुअली एप्लीकेशन यूज करना है।
नहीं, उसका प्रॉब्लम, उसका पेन क्या है मैं बताऊं? अजय जो बोल रहा था ना, उसका पेन ये है कि वो 75,000 रुपीज या 1 लाख रुपीज सैलरी दे रहा है सिर्फ पुराने ऐप को सपोर्ट करने के लिए। जो नादन है ना,
हम्म।
उसकी सैलरी पता है कितनी है?
हम्म।
75 to 1 लाख के बीच में।
अच्छा।
तो उसका पेन वो है कि मेरा इधर डेवलपमेंट कॉस्ट जा रहा है, वो अलग है, प्लस उसको हर महीने की सैलरी। अब जितना डिले होगा, अभी पिछले मार्च से उसके साथ एनरोल है, अप्रैल रख ले, मार्च नहीं अप्रैल, अप्रैल या मई रख लेते हैं चलो। तो मई जून जुलाई अगस्त सितंबर अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर, टोटल 8 महीने से यानी 8 लाख रुपए उधर उसका घुस गया है। ठीक है, ये सिर्फ वेबसाइट वेबसाइट का। और जो मोबाइल ऐप जो सपोर्ट कर रहा है उसका पैसा अलग गया है, उसका ऑलमोस्ट मान के चल कि 1-1.5 लाख रुपए उसमें और रख ले, तो 10 लाख रुपए उसको सिर्फ सपोर्ट में गया है। और इधर जो अपना प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट है वो अलग। तो वो बार बार यही कह रहा है कि भाई तू अपना रिलीज कर, कल को जो भी सपोर्ट आएगा नए एप्लीकेशन में आएगा हम उसमें करेंगे। मेरा वो 1 लाख रुपए जो जा रहा है उसको हम बंद करना चाह रहे हैं, उसको वो हटाना चाह रहा है। ठीक है, इसलिए वो बार बार चिल्ला रहा है। और वो जो पीआर है, एक्चुअल क्लाइंट पीआर है, पीआर को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। ये लोग दिए जा रहे हैं, दिए जा रहे हैं, दिए जा रहे हैं, रिक्वायरमेंट फ्रीज ही नहीं कर रहे हैं। ठीक है।
अपना अजाइल नहीं है क्या, मतलब अपना अजाइल में क्या होता है कि पार्ट पार्ट रिलीज होते जाता है ना?
मैंने स्टार्टिंग तो वही किया था यार, जीरा वेरा सब इसीलिए लाया था कि पार्ट पार्ट वाइज में करके डाल दूंगा। तो देखना, ऑन allapp.co.in डाला, यूएटी इसीलिए डाला था कि हम लोग यूएटी में डाल करके इन लोगों को दे देंगे टेस्टिंग के लिए। तो अपने सारे बंदे बैठे हुए हैं आइडल। सीरियसली मैं बता रहा हूँ, मैं इस टाइम में मुझे इतना गुस्सा है उन लोगों के ऊपर ना। अगर मेरे से कोई अब पैसे मांगता है ना, तो मेरा नीचे से लेकर के ऊपर तक सुलग जाता है सब। कि काम में कुछ मिल नहीं रहा है, आउटपुट क्लाइंट के सामने डेमो अपना सही नहीं जा रहा है सही से, और पैसा रिलीज करने के लिए बोल रहे हैं। यार पैसा मैं मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैंने सब ध्रुव को भी दिया, स्नेहल को भी दिया, स्नेहल को आज इस महीने भी दूंगा, अमन को भी इस महीने दिया है। ठीक है, उधर दीपक देसाई को टेस्टिंग के लिए पैसा रिलीज किया, जिनको जिनको पार्ट पेमेंट में एग्रीमेंट था उन लोगों को पैसा रिलीज कर चुका हूँ। लेकिन आउटपुट क्या है? आउटपुट तो मेरे हिसाब से जीरो है ना यार, एक भी अब ये बताए, इनका मेन बिजनेस एक्टिविटी का एक्टिविटी हमारा कंप्लीट हुआ है?
कोई
तेरे
भी
पास एंट्री आ रही है? नहीं आ रही है।
नहीं, सब बैकएंड से एंट्री डलवा रहे हैं, तो कोई मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि
हाँ,
वो चलना चाहिए ना, बना तो दिया, वो चलना चाहिए। तो थोड़ी बस कोड कर दिया, वो चलने लायक होना भी चाहिए ना, ट्रांजेक्शन होना चाहिए उसके और पूरा।
अब इस चीज को लेकर के अब नया नया बखेड़ा क्या है? पीयूष जा रहा है घर। ठीक है,
हम्म।
जो लोग घर गए हैं उनका भट्टा बैठा है।
हम्म।
अब वो पीयूष जा रहा है तो अब उसको हॉटस्पॉट स्पॉट सब कुछ हम भैया हम करके देने के लिए तैयार, लेकिन कनेक्टिविटी रखो। ऑलरेडी 2-3 लोग बैठे हुए हैं आइडल, क्या करूं मैं इसको? किसका अब पैर जाके नहीं पकड़ूंगा ना मोहित किसी का।
यूआई में कोई तो होना चाहिए स्ट्रॉन्ग, मतलब ये सब वो उसके लिए पूरा देखने के लिए कि क्या क्या चल रहा है, कोई सीनियर
मैं
वाला है।
देखने के लिए तैयार हूँ भाई, मुझे पूरा फंक्शनैलिटी पता है सबका, लेकिन एटलीस्ट रेडी तो हो, चलने लायक तो हो, तब तो करो टेस्ट। चलने लायक ही नहीं है। रोल में एक दिन मैं टेस्ट किया, मैं बताता हूँ अमन का कोड। रोल में सारे रोल को मैंने डिलीट करवा दिया,
हम्म।
पूरा एरर थ्रो कर दिया एप्लीकेशन पे। ऐसे होता है क्या? अगर सारा रोल डिलीट होगा तो तुम्हारा एप्लीकेशन बंद हो जाएगा? ये कौन सा लॉजिक है मुझे नहीं समझ में आया। तो अब ये उसमें मैंने बोला कि जो जो जिसने लॉगिन किया है उसको आप डिलीट नहीं कर सकते उसका रोल को। ये लॉजिक मुझे बताना पड़ा, ये कॉमन सेंस है यार, ये सब चीज तो आपको खुद पता होना चाहिए। तू बता मैं गलत बोल रहा हूँ?
हाँ मतलब या तो उससे वो पूछ लेता कि
या तो पूछ लेता। स्विच प्रोवाइडर में बेसिकली उसका क्या है ना कि उसमें प्रोफाइल मेन्यू में आएगा ऑप्शन, ठीक है, अगर वो दो प्रोफाइल में है वहां पे दोनों प्रोवाइडर का नाम दिखेगा उसको, तो जिस पे भी वो क्लिक करेगा उस पे वो लॉगिन हो जाएगा। जैसे मान के चल के मुंबई रनर्स पे उसने क्लिक किया तो मुंबई रनर्स लॉगिन हो गया, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम जब भी वो लॉगिन होगा तो मुंबई रनर्स खुलेगा। अगर फिर से वो स्विच कर दिया जयनगर जगुआर में, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम जब भी लॉगिन होगा तो जयनगर जगुआर खुलेगा।
हाँ तो अपने पास है ना, उसका डेटा है, वो यूजर के ऊपर अपना डेटा आता है प्रोवाइडर का।
नहीं, उसने पीआर ने जो रिलेट किया ना वो डिफरेंट तरीके से कर लिया एक्चुअली।
स्विच प्रोवाइडर में तो वही होता है ना, जैसे सेम यूजर अगर दो प्रोवाइडर में है तो वो स्विच कर सकते हैं कभी भी।
हाँ,
तो अपने को
जैसे अभी हम लोग गूगल वाला कर रहे हैं।
तो वो तो कर सकते हैं ना स्विच,
हाँ,
ऑलरेडी स्टेप का है अपने पास।
लेकिन वो इम्प्लीमेंट कहाँ हुआ है यार, इम्प्लीमेंट ही नहीं है। ठीक है, मैंने अपडेटेड वाला भेज दिया, आई थिंक अगर तेरे पास नहीं होगा तो ये लेटेस्ट वाला है।
स्टोर कर रहे हैं और पूरा पैरामीटर भी है उसका, ये
हाँ।
प्रोवाइडर के ऊपर अपन को चाहिए फिल्टर करना, तो सारा डेटा जा रहा है यूआई साइड में।
हम्म, ठीक है। और तू उसमें ना बेटर उसको क्या कर, लोकेशन आईडी को ना ट्रेनिंग आईडी कर दे।
ये तो हम मेरे को तो पता नहीं कि ट्रेनिंग आईडी भी कोई चीज होती है,
हमको
मतलब
खुद ही आज पहली बार पता चल रहा है।
ना उसे टेबल में दिया ना कुछ दिया है, मतलब
हाँ, मुझे पहली बार पता चल रहा है। मैं कुछ बोला नहीं उस टाइम में, लेकिन क्योंकि मैं बोलता तो मेरे ऊपर चढ़ जाते, लेकिन इसलिए मैं चुपचाप रह गया। तभी मैं बार बार इंसिस्ट कर रहा था कि उसका लोकेशन आईडी को चेंज करके प्रोवाइड उसको ट्रेनिंग आईडी करो या ट्रेनिंग लोकेशन कर दो।
ओके।
मेरे ख्याल से ट्रेनिंग आईडी मत रखना, ट्रेनिंग लोकेशन करके कर देना।
हाँ मतलब टेबल का नाम तो ट्रेनिंग है, वो कुछ देखना पड़ेगा उसको कैसा होगा।
T_location कर दो या training_L कर दो, कुछ भी ऐसा कर दो, मतलब एक ऐसा यूनिक नेम सो दैट कि पता चले कि हाँ वो ट्रेनिंग आईडी ही उसको मिल रहा है।
हाँ, मैं क्या चाह रहा हूँ वो तो बोल दिया मुझसे वहां से निकाल दी थी, लेकिन मैं ये जनरिक सोल्यूशन चाहता था कि मान लो कोई भी यूजर है तो उसका सिटी स्टेट और कंट्री,
हम्म
उस एक लोकेशन बनता है उसका, ये तीनों कॉम्बिनेशन के ऊपर है ना।
हम्म
तो वो जो लोकेशन बनता है वो एक तो यूजर के ऊपर भी हो सकता है, जब यूजर रजिस्टर करेगा तो उसका एक लोकेशन आईडी जनरेट होगा इन तीनों
हम्म
के साथ। और एक
हम्म
तब भी एक लोकेशन बनेगा जब वो एक प्रोवाइडर को रजिस्टर करेगा, तो उस टाइम वो जिसको ज्वाइन करेगा जिस लोकेशन से, तो वहां
हम्म
पे अलग लोकेशन होगा।
हम्म
ओके, तो मतलब यूजर का एक लोकेशन होगा, मैं यहाँ रहता हूँ लेकिन मैं प्रोवाइडर दूसरे जगह का ज्वाइन कर रहा हूँ,
हम्म
वो जगह मेंटेन होगा। इसलिए मैं सोच रहा कि लोकेशन को वहाँ रहने देते, यहाँ भी रहने देते, लेकिन वो बोला नहीं लोकेशन को, वो
अरे
लोकेशन।
वो थोड़ा सा पीआर है, जो वो चाहता है वही, मतलब उसके दिमाग में जो रहता है वो वही करवाता है। दिक्कत उसके साथ ही है, उसको इंसिस्ट करना ना, मैं देख चुका हूँ, इसलिए अब मैं नहीं करता हूँ उसको इंसिस्ट। मैंने कुछ अच्छा उसको लॉजिक दिया है, बट उसको नहीं, जब देखता हूँ कि वो मतलब उसका एंग्री वाला वो वॉइस आना शुरू होता है ना, तो मैं छोड़ देता हूँ चुपचाप, ठीक है
लॉजिक
तुम जो
बताना पड़ेगा
बोलोगे।
कि अपन क्यों ऐसा रख रहे हैं, मतलब अपन को क्या एडवांटेज होगा इससे। मतलब अपन ऐसा नहीं कि अब जो तुम बोले हम वो कर देंगे, लेकिन
हम्म, जाने दे, अपने पास एनहांसमेंट आता रहेगा और क्या। अभी अभी इन
हाँ
लोगों को नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, बाद में एनहांसमेंट आएगा, हम लोग सीआर रेस करेंगे।
हाँ ठीक है, लेकिन वही है कि तो मतलब उससे वो ना हो ना कि दो दो जगह लोकेशन रखेंगे, उसका कुछ और लेंगे उसका कुछ और लेंगे, तो उससे डेटाबेस में फिर या तो एप्लीकेशन चलने में मतलब
देख, उसको कन्विंस करने का मतलब है कि तेरे पास स्ट्रॉन्ग सॉल्यूशन होना चाहिए, तू करके दिखाएगा तब वो वाले मान लेगा। अगर नॉर्मली बोलेगा ना तो वो नहीं मानने वाला है। तो जो मैं आज पहले इस बंदे का ये, क्योंकि ये जरूरत से ज्यादा टेक्निकल है, तो टेक्निकल वालों के साथ यही दिक्कत होता है कि वो या वो अपना जो चीज होता है ना, अपना जो लॉजिक होता है उसी को सही मानता है।
वो डोमेन वाइज टेक्निकल है कि उसको यूआई का पता है, डेटाबेस का पता है, मतलब किस में है वो।
उसको डेटाबेस का भी पता है, उसको डोमेन का भी पता है, और
ओके,
बहुत हाई लेवल पे है यार वो फ्लटर में मोबाइल ऐप डिजाइन करता है, मालूम है?
फ्लटर मतलब सीधा।
फ्लटर एक एप्लीकेशन, अभी हम लोग रिएक्ट नेटिव कर रहे हैं ना,
हम्म
वो एक फ्लटर करके गूगल का है,
अच्छा।
उसमें वो मोबाइल ऐप डिजाइन कर रहा है, छोटा छोटा। तो वो
ओके,
कोडर है एक्चुअली, है वो बहुत सीनियर लेवल पे, VMware में VP है, लेकिन वो कोडिंग भी करता है साला।
तो VMware में इसका मतलब काम कर देगा बंदा,
हाँ हाँ
उसमें वीपी है VMware में।
हाँ
ओके, तो अच्छा होगा, मालूम उसको।
हाँ। तो उसको मालूम है, टेक्निकल बंदा है, लेकिन वही है टेक्निकल लोगों के साथ ना, मैं ऑफिस में भी जैसे मेरे से जितने भी टेक्निकल है, बीओ हेड वगैरह के साथ अगर कॉल होता है ना, बहुत ज्यादा टेक्निकल है, तो उसके साथ या तो आपके पास सॉल्यूशन है तभी जाओ, नहीं तो मत जाओ। तो मैं तो नहीं जाता हूँ जल्दी, और अगर जाऊंगा तो फिर मैं अपनी बात कन्विंस करवा के आऊंगा, तो मैं फिर सॉल्यूशन लेके जाऊंगा। तो इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर तुझे लगता है कि तू बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन दे सकता है, तो नेक्स्ट कॉल में कोई एक एग्जांपल बना करके उसको दिखा दे, वो कन्विंस हो जाएगा। लेकिन अगर तू बोल करके चाहेगा ना, तो नहीं करेगा, वो कन्विंस नहीं होगा।
ठीक।
ठीक है।
हाँ, उसका बैकग्राउंड पता तो सही रहेगा, अब जैसे बैकग्राउंड मालूम चले कि वो टेक्निकल है, उसको इतना
हाँ
सब
अभी ये एक टेक्निकल है, एक जो अपना जिसके बारे में अभी हम लोग बात कर रहे थे ना, दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट वाला,
हम्म,
तो वो जो कोच है वो भी इस प्रोजेक्ट में भी, और दूसरे अगर दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट आता है तो उसमें भी रहेगा, तो वो भी इसी के लेवल का है। ठीक है। अब नव्या नवीन वगैरह उतने टेक्निकल नहीं है, नव्या नहीं है, नवीन को ऑपरेशनल का ज्यादा पता है, नव्या को भी एडमिन से रिलेटेड ज्यादा पता है, तो उन लोगों को टेक्निकल समझ में नहीं आता है। लेकिन इसके साथ तुम नहीं कर सकते हो। अजय के साथ, अजय भी टेक्निकल है बट इस लेवल पे नहीं है, अजय को भी बहुत ज्यादा टेक्निकल नहीं समझ में आता है। ठीक है, लेकिन वो बोलेगा इतना कि अपने सामने तुमको अभी देख नहीं रहा था, अब कि 3 बार बोल चुका था ओके ओके अजय, लेकिन उसको समझ नहीं आ रहा ठीक है, चल फिर,
ठीक है।
ओके बाय।
अच्छा, एक और चीज़, ये
हाँ
जो
बोल।
पेज के सारे यूआरएल है ना, ये व्हाट्सएप पे है, राइट? तो एक अपना एक यूआई यूएक्स से लिंक डॉक्यूमेंट है, राइट? उसके
हाँ
अंदर
हाँ
तो उसमें
वो
सारा डाल दोगे तो ज़्यादा बेटर है। उसका ढूंढना पड़ता है, वो उसका किसका है, वो यूआरएल किसका पॉइंट कर रहा है, वो देखना पड़ता है। तो इसमें ही कर दो सारा ना यूआरएल,
कौन सा वाला?
जो अपना है ना, मतलब डिज़ाइन डॉक्यूमेंट वायर फ्रेम वाला।
हाँ तो वो है ना ऑलरेडी।
जैसे नहीं, जैसे मेरे को इसमें देखना है, ये जो यूआई यूएक्स एक एक्सेल शीट है, राइट?
हाँ हाँ हाँ
उसमें जैसे कार्ट, ऐड टू कार्ट वाला यूआरएल या तो एक्टिविटी वाला यूआरएल, सब यूआरएल उसके अंदर है क्या?
हाँ हाँ सारा है उसमें। और नहीं
ये
होगा तो आजकल में मैं अपडेट करूंगा, अभी अभी फेस्टिवल खत्म हो गया ना,
हम्म,
आजकल में मैं अपडेट करूंगा उसमें, अगर नहीं हुआ तो। लेकिन कार्ट तक तो मुझे पता है, कार्ट चेकआउट सब उसमें है।
ओके।
ठीक है। अभी तेरा एडमिन वाला लास्ट वाला जो कॉल हुआ था, जिसमें तुम्हारा प्रोडक्ट ऐड हो गया है,
हम्म,
वो शायद नहीं होगा तो नहीं होगा, नहीं तो बाकी सब है।
हम्म, ठीक है।
ठीक है, अगर नहीं होगा तो मुझे नॉर्मल मैसेज कर दियो, हम अपडेट करके आज रात में भेज देंगे।
हम्म।
ठीक है।
और वो लॉग लॉग का ही पूछा था ना बहुत सारा कि लास्ट लॉग।
यार उसको लॉग चाहिए, लॉग पे बिल्कुल काम नहीं हुआ है।
लॉग तो मैं बना दूंगा, जल्दी बन जाएगा लॉग, उसमें कुछ नहीं है। लेकिन वो उसको लॉग का मतलब लॉग लॉग क्या क्या लॉग चाहिए बस बता देना, कि जैसे लास्ट एक्सेस हुआ अपन ट्रेस कर सकते हैं, लास्ट एक्सेस।
लॉग में उसको चाहिए किस डेट टाइम को उसने लॉगिन किया, कौन से आईडी से लॉगिन किया, उसका रोल क्या है।
ओके।
ठीक है। डैशबोर्ड का लिंक होगा तेरे पास, उसमें देख, उसमें जितना इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया वो सारा चाहिए उसको।
ओके।
मतलब ये मोटा मोटी मैंने बता दिया किसको चाहिए, डेट एंड टाइम, किस आईडी से लॉगिन किया है, और क्या रोल है उसका, जैसे एडमिन है, रूट है, फाइनेंस है, मार्केटिंग है, कौन से रोल से उसने लॉगिन किया है। आईपी एड्रेस मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ कि आईपी एड्रेस उसमें हम लोग डाल रहे हैं या नहीं डाल रहे हैं, क्योंकि मैंने आईपी एड्रेस, जहां तक मुझे याद है, मैंने आईपी एड्रेस नहीं डाला है। ठीक है। लेकिन ये है कि ये लॉग है तुम्हारा, वो वाला लॉग, नॉर्मल जो लॉगिन लॉग आउट का है, उसमें कुछ और लॉग भी हैं, जैसे एप्लीकेशन क्रैश हो गया तो वो एप्लीकेशन कब क्रैश हो रहा है, वो सारा डेटा भी डीबी से आ रहा है।
ओके। ओके।
किसी ने अगर अनोनिमस हिट कर दिया, जैसे मान के चल कि इंद्रेश को एक्सेस नहीं है, लेकिन इंद्रेश ने 5 बार टेम्पोररी यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड डाल दिया, ठीक है, तो वो लॉग भी दिखेगा कि कौन सा बंदा एनोनिमसली वहां पे जा रहा है, वो अलर्ट में आएगा इनको।
ये लॉग वाला जो रिक्वायरमेंट है, डॉक्यूमेंट में मेंशन है क्या?
हाँ वो डॉक्यूमेंट में है लॉग वाला। ये तो ये सब सारा इनिशियल हुआ था, इवन तू वीडियोस भी जाकर के देखेगा ना स्टार्टिंग वाला, तो उसमें होगा, उसमें मिल जाएगा तुझे।
ओके। और ये आर्काइव वाला, जैसे कोई भी अगर प्रोडक्ट डिलीट किया तो आइटम डिलीट किया तो कुछ प्रोडक्ट डिलीट किया तो उसको भी आर्काइव करना है क्या? आर्काइव का भी अलग से फंक्शनलिटी है ना अपना?
हाँ आर्काइव उसका है, तो आर्काइव बेसिकली रीस्टोर करने का ऑप्शन अभी तक डिसाइड नहीं हुआ है कि रीस्टोर कर सकते हैं नहीं कर सकते हैं, लेकिन इनका फंडा यह है कि जो भी चीजें हम लोग डिलीट करेंगे, मतलब सॉफ्ट डिलीट करेंगे, वो सारा आर्काइव फोल्डर में रहेगा, आर्काइव डेटा में, वहां से वो जा करके पूरा निकाल लेगा।
ओके।
फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं यूजर हूँ, ठीक है, मैं यूजर हूँ JJS का, 2 साल में रहा, तीसरे साल मैंने हटा दिया अपना यूज, मैं कोई रजिस्टर नहीं किया या कुछ नहीं किया, ठीक है। तो और फिर 7वें 8वें साल में मैं दोबारा आ रहा हूँ, तो या फिर मैनुअली मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया, तो वो आर्काइव फोल्डर से जाके निकाल सकते हैं, दोबारा उसका एंट्री करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
ओके, ठीक है।
ठीक है,
ठीक है, तो आर्काइव और लॉग पे थोड़ा मैं और काम करता हूँ।
हाँ ठीक है। वो इसमें वीडियो जरूर देख लियो, लॉग में बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में वीडियो में डिस्कशन हुआ है, ठीक है, और डॉक्यूमेंट भी होगा उसमें।
ठीक है, मैं देखता हूँ।
ठीक है, चल, ओके, बाय।